just like total lack of control. Like I have zero control over what happens, and it's not so much being out of control as it is I'm worried I'm not going to be clever enough to think of something funny to say. I'm just going to be out there like blah, 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 blah. Hi, I'm comedian Becca Henry. I'm not going to talk like that. This is not intended to be an instructional video. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please don't do what I do. Also, please don't judge me.
You can start with your hands on your hips. Bend your knees and your hips at about the same rate. Just whatever degree feels okay for your knees. And then you can keep your hands at your hips or take them to your heart, or you can stretch your arms up to the sky.
I can't keep them at my hips.
Who is your favorite non-famous comedian?
My favorite non-famous comedian? Yeah. When you say non-famous, do you mean like from like the local scene or just someone who's not like super duper famous?
Somebody that most people watching the show probably have not heard of, but that you think is an amazing comedian and they should check out.
I'm a really big fan of Adam Ray.
Why am I lifting my arms and you're not even lifting yours?
I don't know. I told you I was going to keep them on my hips. I'm a really big fan of Adam Ray. He's like kind of famous, kind of not. I don't know. I saw him at the Punchline maybe like 2 months ago, and I was laughing so hard like I literally couldn't unscrunch my face. you know what I'm talking about? You're just like, ugh, like you feel like your face is collapsing in on itself.
I do.
That's yeah. He's a very funny guy, and his crowd work is amazing, which I really admire because I don't really do crowd work because it scares me, and his is really good. So.
What is it about crowd work that scares you?
Just like total lack of control. Like I have zero control over what happens, and it's not so much being out of control as it is I'm worried I'm not going to be clever enough to think of something funny to say. I'm just going to be out there like blah, 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 blah.
When's the last time that happened to you?
Every day of my life, Victor.
Really? Because you're pretty clever every time I talk to you.
But I'm not clever when there's like stakes. I literally am just like, ugh.
Do you have stakes at the places where you perform?
Oh God, that would be great. But no. Yeah.
You're afraid someone's going to burn you at the stake? Is that what you're suggesting?
Well, that's always been a fear. Eventually, the Salem witch trials will come back with a vengeance, and they're definitely going to burn me. I read this quote one time that said something along the lines, if you're not living your life as someone that the church would have burned at the stake 400 years ago, then you're not doing it right. I probably butchered that. But the sentiment is there.
And that's kind of the motto that you guide your actions with?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Dope.
Give us another posture.
More!
We're just hanging out. We're just relaxing.
Yeah.
Chilling.
This is totally normal posture to hang out in.
What is the craziest room that you've ever played?
The craziest room. When you say crazy, what do you mean?
Like, the environment did not necessarily feel conducive to comedy, or it turned into comedy that was unintended comedy, or...
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean. In terms of like a show or an open mic or just whatever?
It's up to you. Whatever you think sounds the most interesting.
I did.
Impress me, Becca.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
I did this comedy competition in Oakland last year. It was before I moved up to the city. It was one, you've done the same one, you know what I'm talking about. That's why you're laughing. And it was one of those things, it just felt like a barrel of nonsense. I guess, like it was just like...
Well, can you describe the experience for you?
There were quite a few comedians, but the people who were running it didn't know what they were doing, and they kept changing the rules. And the audience, I guess the audience was voting, but no one told us that, so you were like supposed to bring people, but they didn't tell us you were supposed to bring people. And they kept, I don't know, they just kept, I felt like I was watching like a bunch of hamsters like asked to do comedy. And then I got heckled during that performance, and I was one of like 2 white people in the whole place, and I just I felt like peak white. I was like, please stop interrupting me.
You're not used to that, huh?
I'm used to being interrupted constantly, but I didn't want to. I don't know. He was high, he was super. The guy that interrupted me was super high, and he wasn't making any sense. And yeah, so it was crazy. And then they brought in a rapper at the end to do this performance, but it was like he was treating it like it was like Coachella. There was like smoke and like lights, and he had a literal like posse, like he had an entourage. And I walked in, you'll enjoy this. I walked in, there was an actual green room, and like I walked back there because the host I needed to get something from, I can't remember, a drink ticket or something like that, I can't remember. I needed to get something from it. I walked back there, and the rapper and his entourage were back there. And this is one of those moments of like, Becca doesn't have a filter today. And it just felt like I walked in, and it was me, and it was just this like room full of black guys, and I was like, this feels like an amateur porn casting couch. And I said that out loud, and they all like immediately like perked up, and they were like, what? And I was like, I'm not sucking anybody's dick. Do you know where Lucky Dollars is? Yeah.
I've really enjoyed having you as a guest. It's been great to have Becca Henry. Check her out. We'll post some information at the end of the show notes.
Yay!
Thank you.